Anyway, all right, so we do need to probably, don't you guys think, come up with a place for them to meet
Yeah.
and wait in the
That's a good idea.
morning?
Yeah, cause I don't know what they did last year, I don't remember us having a place for them to
What
meet,
did
they just
elementary
followed.
do? They just went massive.
Okay. Ask
Yeah, that's a good idea, they just went.
elementary, oh, you said, okay. Erica.
They may have come in because a lot of times in elementary, they take coolers and parents take coolers.
Didn't the parents, it seems like they just went and met us there.
Some of them did, some of them followed the buses.
Yeah. Not very many.
I mean, if they are all that with it and realize they don't literally have to follow the bus, then we're in good shape.
Yeah.
But there are some of them who will probably come and drop their kid off here and then hang around to follow the bus. So I was just
Well, if we
thinking,
send out a message, we could say that.
you can go.
You could meet us
Mhm.
there.
With their child,
No,
they'll
the kids
check
have to
in.
ride the bus.
they have to.
Well, that needs to be included too, cause I can see somebody
Yeah.
bringing their kids.
I think it was in that note, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Most of them gave me the note back. Instead of cutting off.
But they
I have
have
a
to
copy
ride,
of the
they
note.
have to ride the bus
Hang on,
there,
Sharon.
they can check them out and take them home.
If it rains, we just get wet, right?
Well, it depends on if it's like a monsoon rain or, cause I'm sure then we'd just cancel it, wouldn't we?
This says, we'll be traveling to the Memphis Zoo for our field trip. Students will come to school as usual and ride the bus to the zoo. We'll be leaving at 8 o'clock, no exceptions.
8 o'clock?
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't even know that, I was thinking it was later.
You may also drive ahead or follow the buses. Parents are encouraged to carpool. Can't ride the buses. Okay. So,
In the event of rain, we need to include that in the note.
I think we'll just wait till it gets closer to time and
Mhm.
see.
Who's in charge of sending out an on-call if we had to do that? We had to cancel it?
Yes, Mr. Austin.
Okay.
okay.
I'll send up all my parents for a special remind, this is just for the zoo trip, so I can communicate with them, cause I didn't really feel comfortable giving out my phone number. So we're gonna
Yeah.
communicate via remind.
Sounds good. So how about if we just make it a possibility, we get closer to it, we need to send out a remind message with a note about the rain, and then just letting them know they can follow the bus. If they do, they'll need to park at Brooklyn Baptist, or they can just go ahead.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Do we need to clear that with Brooklyn Baptist, or they're pretty okay with that?
I would assume they're pretty okay with that, but I will contact them just to make sure. Send closer to 8. Okay. And then the next thing I was wondering about is, are we going to assign students to chaperones? How do we work that out?
That's what we did last year, or that last time.
Didn't we let them pick, like the ones that don't have the parent coming with them, we let them pick who they might wanna go with? Like what friend they
Okay,
wanna go with?
so give them the opportunity to pick who they want to hang out with. Okay,
Should we do that prior to
Yeah.
Zoo Day?
okay.
I was picturing I would send out a reminder, maybe saying, you know, these are the kids that you have, these are the kids you have. Cause do we get there and then they meet us at the bus and here's your,
They met us
3 or
at
4?
front
That's
of
what we
the
do?
zoo
Yeah.
last time.
one of
A lot
my,
of them go around together anyway, a lot of
Yeah.
the parents with the kids, so.
cause one of my chaperones didn't pay. She'll have to pay for herself, cause most of them have already paid, so they're ready to go.
Okay, but I like that idea, giving them the opportunity to pick their chaperone if they want to. Okay, and then the end of the day, and we probably need to discuss this again as it gets closer to it, but we gotta develop a plan for where and when we're gonna meet to leave and load up buses, let students sign out.
We have to
And-
get sign out from Angie this year,
Okay, good to know.
Alright,
I don't know why, but they want us to have office.
Well, at least they'd all be the same.
need sign out sheets.
And we met back in
At a certain
that,
time.
that we had a,
Yeah.
time and a meet, like in the, when you come in the entrance, it's right past the gift shop, it's kind of a,
Open
where
area.
Dolphins are, so that's where I said, meet back here at this time,
Okay,
What time do we think that might be?
and, oh, I don't know, we have to,
We'll
figure
figure
that
that
out.
out.
at entrance, okay.
And then, kids
Thank you
signed
very
out,
much, appreciate it.
and we took back the remaining pensions.
Okay.
Cause we had some kids sign out, like even before it was time to go, their parents.
And I
kicked
wonder
them out
how we
early.
were gonna, like, accommodate that, we're just gonna walk around with a sign-out sheet and
That's why I thought the remind might be handy if somebody needs to leave, maybe gets sick or somebody, needs to leave, they
Well,
could remind me and I could.
If they
leave
knew
them
they
there.
were signing them out, we had them sign before, in the morning.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh,
And then they'd just
okay.
leave when they needed to.
They just said they'll have to get back with us to get those kids.
Oh.
Yeah, if they had extra kids.
Okay.
I hadn't thought of that.
So-
Okay, so sign out the kids in the morning before you
Sign.
even separate. And so time's not an issue. So if
And
they,
they don't have to hunt down someone to sign them out.
We'll just have to figure out where we're at to give us those kids that they have.
Cause we had some neighbors that were out here.
Okay. Sign out in the morning and return kids, okay. Okay,
good to know.
all right, well, since this is brand new to me, cause I didn't go the last time, and Sherry as well, this is really helpful.
Make sure your bus driver knows how to get back.
Okay.
They don't get to bring my GPS?
And
I remember that, and you
And
guys
then
were really, pressed to meet the,
we
The
were
bus
pulling in
schedule.
at 3:30.
oh, that's right. Oh my gosh,
Oh, goody. Okay.
all right. Let's hope that doesn't happen again.
No.
this year. Okay, the last thing I was thinking we needed to discuss today is our picnic day. I do remember seeing it somewhere or hearing that parents aren't allowed to attend.
I think I remember saying that.
Is that right?
That's true.
Okay, all right. Phones and devices, do we want to make it an all across the board to our grade level that they can't have their phones and devices outside, or do we want to let them have their phones?
Well, I think it should be uniform,
Universal.
definitely all across.
I agree.
When they're outside to play, it's picnic day.
And I'm okay either way, it doesn't matter to me one way or another, I just think we probably need to all be on the same
I
page.
agree, we need to be on the same page.
Well, I picture it two different ways. If we had devices and phones, there'd be a whole sidewalk full of boys playing
Mm-hmm.
games, and they would be quiet, I suppose. Would be an advantage to that. But I can also see sending nasty notes like we've already had problems with to people because you got bored, we were outside all day. I could go either way.
We might have to think on that.
Okay.
Yeah, and get more input from.
Yeah.
Okay, we will table this and talk about it later. Table phone question. Okay, and I was thinking, do you guys have any ideas of things we could do to break up the day? One thing I thought of was, and we don't have to do this, I'm throwing this out there just as an option. Take an hour and only let the girls have the playground and the basketball courts and make the boys go out on the blacktop. And then, or a half hour and then swap it, just something to do to kind of break up the day. And because I know from my experience around 1 o'clock, they're tired and bored and wanna come inside, and, So what do you guys think